one of my personal favorite minions has arrived back in Hypixel Skyblock, and that is Mayor Derpy, for a very simple reason, because, well, as you can see, there's gonna be turbo minions, double mobs HP, and more skill experience. Meaning that's grinding out any skill, well, you're gonna be gaining so much more experience that it makes definitely more sense to grind out during Derpy. And even if you don't, well, the turbo minions will do the job for you. But today I'm gonna show you how to prepare for this minion and what you wanna do during this time and what I would personally recommend. But number one, definitely minions. This is without a doubt. Make sure you have a good minion setup, and any minion is going to be perfect. I'm personally using slime minion with fuel, diamond spreading, and corrupt soil, and they're making bank for me. So these are the minions that I'm gonna keep for myself, but make sure you place down whatever minions that you need. Maybe there's a minion for your collection. For instance, I have a minion like this that is literally purely for the collection. So if we go ahead and collect all, as you can see, we just got Chemo Vibe. And yeah, this collection I have barely worked on. This is literally all done by the minion. None of it is manual grind, which is kind of crazy to think about. And hey, yo, that's actually quite a bit of money. I'll take that. They have actually been AFK at the same time as slime minions, meaning that slime minion is still making more money. But the more skill experience got me wondering, would it be a good time to actually grind out a little bit of foraging? It's definitely a good idea to also be prepared for the foraging update because, well, it's supposed to be coming anytime now or soon, hopefully at least. And, well, all we know is that there's gonna be new logs, so maybe you would need a certain foraging level in order to actually break those logs. So I would say try to get foraging level 30 at least, but foraging is one of the worst ones for the money, and I'm actually gonna go ahead and demonstrate to you guys how much money we actually make with foraging, because I did it before and it's really terrible. Like, I thought we're gonna make some good money. So let me actually switch my profile to my pay to win because, well, I have a foraging set here and I already did a test before trying to see if the birch wood is good. The answer is no. So the easiest way to see which logs are the most valuable is by simply looking at the value of it, because you break them all around about the same rate, I think, except for oak. But spruce, it's 1.4, birch is 1.1, dark oak 1.3, acacia 1.5, jungle wood 2.1, and I think jungle wood is gonna be the winner. And of course, we're also gonna equip the monkey pet, and we're gonna do the foraging for only 10 minutes just to show you well, how the result actually is. And we'll also take into account how much XP we're gonna be gaining during this time, because that's gonna be our number one priority instead of the money. So let's go into the jungle area. And there ain't no way. I think I have done almost no foraging at all, considering that, yeah, this profile is quite old. Jungle wood collection, well, we need to definitely get 2k. 10 minutes has been completed, and if you do look at the date, it definitely hasn't changed by a day. But anyways, we just finished 10 minutes, and in terms of money, as you can see, we made 203,000 coins, which times 6 would be about 1.2 million. It's really terrible for the money. Maybe if you're like very early game, you would consider that good, but I don't think anything would justify making 1.2 million an hour in Hypixel Skyblock. So, the thing that we have been looking at is XP, and number one, we did actually manage to level up, and secondly, we have now 43,000 on top of that, so we made actually 78,000 XP in 10 minutes, which is actually really good. I didn't think it's gonna be this much. In an hour, that would be, it's actually around about the average. I think you get about 468 to 500,000 foraging XP an hour anyways. So nothing that good or special, but still I would kind of recommend to do it, because remember, more skills during Derpy, it's gonna be a lot more. But since this isn't good for money and you want to make money, let's say, then in that case, you want to head over to the garden and start actually farming. Because with farming, you're going to be making like 9 times more money than with foraging, which is crazy. But obviously, I would definitely recommend to work on the skill sets that you haven't already maxed out, and if farming is one of them, maybe it's best to actually work on foraging if you're like falling behind on that. But as you can see, even for myself, I definitely feel like maybe I should be working on combat, but combat skill is definitely very hard to work on. But I recently discovered that summoning eye prices have literally gone freaking crazy. I mean, okay, they were a little bit even crazier. I think they were like 850 or something, but they're all still like almost 900,000 coins. So I'm thinking that maybe summoning eye grind could be actually good as well right now, because well, number one, it's gonna be a lot harder to kill them. And secondly, oh lovely, we have a dragon here. But secondly, as you guys know, sea lots do have quite a bit of health, so they're gonna have double health, so they're gonna be 125,000 instead. But it's gonna at least maybe remove some of those early slash mid game, or like, yeah, early game players. Nah, it looks like mainly it's mid game players grinding it out. Yeah, this is definitely an area that could be interesting during Derpy. Might not be as crowded, meaning that you could be making even more money down here. And of course, you're gonna be gaining more Skyblock XP as well, which is perfect. But in short, the best way to prepare for this is gonna be actually minions, so make sure you place down the best minions, and don't forget, some of the minions do work on your skill as well. For instance, Revenant is the best for combat in my opinion, but they're very expensive. Melon is the best for farming, and I think for foraging it doesn't really matter which ones they are. And I'm pretty sure Slime contributes to combat as well, which is pretty good. So we have definitely quite a bit of minions placed out, and also I do have some good news at the very end of this. Right now we're hosting pretty crazy giveaways on our Discord, so make sure you guys join that down below. In order to enter them, we're giving away Skyblock gems, coins, and everything like that. And yeah, kind of looking forward to Mayor Derpy. Hopefully I'm gonna grind out quite a bit, because I do need to make some more money, and I do need to work on my skills as well. Luckily our skill average is 50, which is nice, but maybe it's time to go and get it higher.